Evening. So we're back match fishing. Tonight we're at Cly, and a bit of a change. We're doing John Spalton's match. So this is called King of the Shingle. It's a 4-match series. Start at Cly, then I think we go to Salthouse, then Kelling, then Weybourne or something like that. He's got 20 booked in, I think. So summer fishing, he just couldn't be without a bit of match fishing. It's prizes are sponsored by Big Catch Tackle, and Gus the dog is here as security. I suspect, I ain't seen him yet, but he'll be here somewhere. So draws in a minute. The beach is packed with people here on holiday. So this is a state of play. Completely flat calm. Winds off our backs, and there's a few pleasure anglers. A few people swimming in the sea down there. But you never know, there's a bit of cloud cover. We might get some fish.
I think John wants you, once you've got your peg, go down and write it on there, bit of paper, your name. When you draw, put the name on the section sheet.
Here we go. So this is how it works. You draw your peg, write your name in there. So I've drawn peg 8, and then all the what he wants you to know is on them 2 boards. But I ain't going to read that. I'm just going to go and see if we can catch something. But yeah, that's all where what gets paid out for what. But got to catch something first. Ain't you, Julian?
That's the plan.
Right, we're down on peg 8. I've got Rob Ford to my left, just there, and round to my right, Jamie Childerhouse. So the only slightly concerning thing is there's a load of green weed all over the beach, but hopefully that all got left behind on the ebbing tide. But water's clear as crystal. But we shall see. I'll start on a 3-hook flapper. I've got some frozen crabs, some ragworm, some lugworm. So we're starting a 3-hook flapper, and we've also got some earth rigs made up as well, so we'll give them a go later on. But I think the match will probably be won in or lost in the last hour as it's dark. But we're fishing 7 till 10:30, and yeah, we will do our best. Looks quite likely there'll be a few mackerel around later on as well. I have put a set of feathers in. You can't count what you catch on them, but I wouldn't mind a couple for tea tomorrow night. But yeah, nice evening, nice and warm, slightly overcast, sea's flat calm, but pretty good. So that's what we're going to use for bait primarily. They're frozen peeler crabs, so I didn't bother shelling them and pulling the lungs out and wrapping them in cling film. I just got them when they were starting to peel, chucked them in the freezer. That was it. So we use them. As I say, we have got a few ragworm and stuff, but there have been reports of the odd smooth hound about, so should be all right for a fish or two. Hopefully, you never know. So simple enough, little bits of frozen crab and a little bit of ragworm on the end there, and they're on size 2 hooks. 3 little baits, chuck it out, see what happens. I saw in the car park that lots of people have got live peelers and all sorts of weird and wonderful things, so it'll be a competitive old series yet again. 4 matches. And I don't know if I said, but it's 10 quid to enter and 6 quid a match. So £10 to enter the league, £6 a match, and it's all paid out back into the prize fund. So we'll see what happens in the car park at the end anyway. I'm not too worried. I just like getting involved, supporting the organisers, having a good evening's fishing. So, but obviously I'll be trying my best, but some good anglers here, so won't be easy. Even if I was pleasure fishing on my own down here, I think it'd be hard work, but a couple of them having a go for a mackerel, perhaps trying to get some fresh bait or something. But They're all spread out right the way down there past the wreck, which those of you that know Cly knows that that holds a few bass, so that'd be a good spot over low water because you can reach that. But yeah, we're right up to the left hand side. That might be a flounder or a little smooth hound or bass even. So in 3.5 hours you'll know. 5 minutes to kick off. Well, in the last video we went and looked at Nathan Drury's box and that was bad enough, but Jamie, that's bad, mate.
Yeah, I really need to keep mine up. Never mind, hey?
Well, a bit salted, wasn't it?
Yeah, should be fine.
We're chucking in the water now, so that's that. He's got a couple of other bits and pieces, but I'm just perched on this like little shingle bank here. Water running round left and right of me, and I've only got trainers on, so we'll sit on there. Continental style rod, and just flick it out there and see what happens. So in contrast to what I'm doing, which is little baits, Jamie's whacking a whole what looked like a crab as far as he can. So obviously hoping for a big smooth hound, because they are match winners, there's no doubt about it. See if he gets one. Well, 1 hour gone and not a lot to report, only a load of weed. So that's a bit of a nuisance really, and we're all getting that, whatever distance you're casting. I've come right in close now, just on the edge there, just trying to catch a flatfish. I have heard of one 20cm dab so far around me. Apart from that, all the rest of us are fishless. But we fished over the bottom of the tide, and the first of the flood should be starting to come up the beach. So that can be a good time. Just hope it don't bring a load more weed with it. But you never know. I've swapped the crabs for worm baits temporarily, save the crabs till it gets dark and hopefully get a hound. But the worm baits will snitch a flounder or dab if there's one there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that in the distance, but a few lines are getting crossed and there's a lump of weed getting dragged up there. So at the moment, overcast, windy, weedy. That's all you can say. News from further down the beach. In fact, it's just over the top of the car park. Ian Childerhouse, he's had a 44cm bass and a flounder, so he's doing all right. So there's obviously fish there. You always find that, however bad it's fishing, you get back in the car park and someone's done something good, so good for him. But up this end of the beach at the moment, dead. Well, I'm afraid to say it's 9 o'clock and still nothing doing. Just loads and loads of this green weed. It's clinging to the hooks as soon as you chuck it out there. But there's a shoal of bass and they keep popping up about 200 yards to the right of Jamie, sort of almost near the wreck it looks like from here. But they're just constantly breaking the surface about 50 yards out, but miles away from what anything we can do about it. But I'm sure down there they'll be using pop-ups and all sorts, so I'm sure they're getting in amongst them. But that's a long way away from the pegs up here, and everyone to my left, to my knowledge, is still yet to catch anything. So weed everywhere. Shame, because beautiful evening. But it might pick up yet. Hour and a half left. But if those bass are up in the water chasing white bait, they're not going to be on the floor looking at lugworms and crabs, are they? So that is miserable. It's a shame this camera can't pick it up, but I can see the bass breaking the surface from here, and they're all down by the water's edge now, all the anglers pulling through them. So bound to catch them, but we'll find out later what was had. Beautiful sunset, lovely night. I just wish there was a few more fish about, but we might just be in a section where there ain't a lot to catch. But Jamie's got bored, he's feather fishing for his tea, and I'm going to do the same. I think better than pulling weed in, so be nice to get a couple of mackerel. But at the moment shoals aren't breaking, just that one that crowded all the white bait up. We'll stick at it. Well, they're not very big, but it was something to do. They're both joeys, they're under 30 centimetres, so you got to go back in the sea. But yeah, let's get them back without further ado and see if we can get a proper one. About half an hour remaining, that's all we've got, and I'm in section B, and to my knowledge 1 20 centimetre dab is doing the business, which is a tragedy. But hopefully the weed will ease up. Tide's just started moving up the beach, so this can be a good time. We just need one fish, but if we don't get it, we'll see what we can do in the car park, finding out what's what. But apart from that, I don't know what to say. That's summer fishing for you. Summer fishing in Norfolk when you're not lure fishing. Hard work. Right, well, it's now started raining. Last cast is in the water, and I'm sorry the video's crap, but we'll get another go in a fortnight. So I'll see you then. That's why you mustn't give up. Ball of weed on the lead, and a flounder on the bottom hook on the last minute of the last cast. So we haven't blanked. We're getting measured, and that's the right result, believe it or not. So not very big, but very welcome nonetheless. Save the blank.
Right, sections first.
There's a system here somewhere, mate.
Yeah. A section by default and drawn out, Dwayne.
What's the same, mate? With what job?
Just check your money because £4 just fell out somewhere.
John.
Yeah.
What did he get?
What?
With what?
What did he get?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, really? There was nothing.
Oh, right, I see.
I didn't draw it.
Yeah,
Don't look at the camera, John, because the
B
lights.
section, what, mate?
Don't look at the camera.
Don't look at the camera.
No,
Well,
because
I'll
your
crack
red
it, will I?
light's doing me head in.
B section with one fish, Pete Simmons.
Well, that was nothing but a fluke.
C section, Willie. 7 points.
Well, pay your membership now, right?
Willie, you got to join the club now.
Yeah. D section, Neil Rowe. I don't know how he managed that.
That was drawn as well, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
E section, Roger Cunningham also drawn.
Hey.
Right, where are we now? Second, third. Bit of this money, £4 fell out. This year.
It's in there.
Oh, it's in there now, is it?
Just lift the lamp up here and it's done.
Come on, get a grip.
Aim it at him.
I've lost the lucky peg, not lucky peg, no, I've lost the lucky peg. Basically, I've lost the plot.
I tried it
About 10 years ago, John.
Right, here we go. Before we do the top four, we'll do the lucky peg next. Just draw one out there, somebody. Anybody.
Yeah, Katie,
Katie.
Well done, Katie.
Deserve that to draw mine.
There's our fixing. I haven't done the biggest round or the biggest flat. Where are we? So I'll do first, second, third and fourth and I'll sort that out. Where's fourth? The fourth place is Tom, 22 points.
Thanks, mate. Oh boy.
Good job. Sorry, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you, matey.
What's a tenner in here?
Third Eric. First time we fished. Eric, well done, mate.
Well done.
To make the tenner up.
Second Ian Childerhouse,
Well done, Ian.
Well done, Ian.
114 points.
Well done, mate.
Win on a day, I don't know how he's caught all these. Jamie Medler, 280 points.
Well done, Jamie.
Right. Anybody can beat a 47 bass?
Yeah. Jamie had a 56.
Nobody can beat 56 then, can they? No. Righto, Jamie. Biggest round, mate.
Well done, mate.
Biggest flat. Which we haven't looked. Who's got the biggest flat? Oh, no.
Ian,
I'm smart.
24. Ian's got one at 26.
Anybody beat 26 flounder? No. Well done, mate. Right, next one's at Salthouse. I know you lot like Salthouse, but to be king, you've got to be at Salthouse.
Well done, John, for not kicking off.
I don't think I've missed anybody off.
Next week, I will put a match on the sand if anyone wants to come. It'll just be a pleasure fish, a couple of quid for the biggest fish. If anyone just wants to get out, I'll put it on Facebook.
That's it. Well done.